I'm back. This time I've got Charmander, and we're going to be looking through that today. So, let's get straight into it. Charmander has 11 AC, because, well, it's pretty normal for that. Charmander does also have 10 hit points, which is, to be honest, it's quite low. It's quite low. But we'll get into that, to why that is, a bit later. And it's got a movement speed of 35 feet. And its stats are pretty normal. Of course, in the games, its highest stat is its special attack. Actually, no, it's its speed, which as you can notice here, which is why that's its highest. Now, you're probably wondering, you're looking over here, you're thinking, Ollie, if Charmander's meant to have such high special attack, why is its Ember doing an average of 4 damage per hit? Well, let's get into the trade, shall we? Right, so the first one is Blaze, which is once Charmander has 5 hit points remaining, it gains advantage on attack rolls. This is crazy. He will be hitting all the time. Basically, effectively, this gives him +8 to hit. This is theoretical and stuff, but yeah, that's essentially what it's doing. And in the game, when you get to a third of your health, Blaze makes your attack go up, but this is pretty similar. And then we have Solar Power, which is, when in direct sunlight, Charmander's Ember does an additional 1d4 fire damage on a hit, which is of course its only source of damage, and makes the average go from 4 to 7, which is quite a bit for that level, which is very, very strong. And Solar Power in the game, obviously, in harsh sunlight, his attack goes up, but in D&D, you're pretty much always going to be in direct sunlight most of the time, unless Charmander's in a dungeon or something. And then we get onto the slightly darker stuff with Flame Tail. It's Charmander's tail is submerged in water for 2 rounds, it dies. Now this is taken directly from the Pokédex entry. It's pretty famous at this point, but if you don't know, if Charmander's flame goes out, it dies, because that's its life force, and you can't live without a life force. And water susceptibility is something that all fire types, other than legendaries or just Pokemon that wouldn't have this problem, have, which is for every gallon of water that Charmander comes into contact with, it takes 1 cold damage, which is fair enough. Then we have Ember, which is, again, 4 damage per hit. You might also wonder, it also says any flammable object that this attack hits will ignite. Yes, fire is hot and it burns. That's how it works, you silly goose. Yeah, that's about it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.